doing all this? You want to make some cash for your people before you check out.
Got a problem with that?
Hey, you tell me. You're the one that looks like you just crawled out of a microwave.
All right, almost done with the setup.
You gonna be able to finish the batch?
Yes. No. You do it.
All right. So let's go through what it is we're using here. So pretty much I got them lined up in the order of which I'm using them. So we got the violet, the lavender, the white, and the transparent. The transparent is going to go on top of every single coat. The transparent is real important. That's what lets the flame set in. Because we're doing purple, we only use one color. If I was doing real flames, we'd be using a lot more colors. It would be red, and then it would be yellow. It would be a transparent red. Actually, it would just be orange with a transparent red, transparent orange, and then it would be yellow and a transparent yellow, and then white. But this will do for now. We start darkest and we go to lightest. And here we go. These are the stencils I'll be using. Nice, smooth, curved edges.
What's this?
3 different games.
Is that one we found way out in the boonies? That cooks up?
Some of y'all might recognize a little bit of Breaking Bad playing in the background.
What?
It's just because
Lab says they pulled
it's
up
my
one
favorite
from
show.
the
All right,
and
here we
it's
go.
on the inside, an old magic marker or something.
The first one,
What's it say?
I'm going to turn on my
KP Wins
exhaust.
Lab.
All right, so as you can see, I'm going to take off trying to take off the cap. Of course, it's going to give me problems. Hold on a second. I'm trying to get the cap off. I can't get it off. Hold on. My bad, people. I swear I'm gonna get started in a second, man. Always happens when I'm trying to go live. Bruce, what up, Bruce? All right, here we go. I'm about to get started. All right. All right, here we go. Getting started. Sorry about the shake, it's a weird setup, but here we go. So the first, what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of get the general shape of what the flames are gonna look like. As you can see, I'm not even using any of the stencils yet. I'm just trying to lay down the direction that the flames are going to go. As you can see, you can barely see the difference on this, but it'll start to make sense here in a little bit. All right. Now that we got the general direction and the shape that they're going to go in, now we bring out the stencils. Now you can see the difference a lot clearer once you start using the stencil. Now it's not all about just using the stencil. You got to freehand some stuff too. You know, you should come off the stencil and freehand a little bit. Now your first coat, your first set of flames, your first layer of flames, I should say, is going to be real light. It's going to be real, like it's not going to do a whole bunch. It's when you start getting into the detail part of the flame, that's when it's going to do more. This is just your base to start getting your directions in order. Still working with the darkest purple that we have, which is still a little bit lighter than the base that we use. I'm gonna speed it up a little bit so that it doesn't get too boring. All right. Alright, so we're going to hit the dryer a little bit. You want it to be really dry because you want the layers to sit on top of one another. You're going to come in with the transparent purple. Now what should happen is that it's going to darken this up, but it's also going to darken everything in the background. So this will get darker as this gets darker, so you'll still have the difference. And as you can see, that's pretty much what's happening. You can still faintly see the lines where they were, but everything's getting darkened down. Alright, that's the first layer. That creates our base. And now we're going to go to the lighter purple. Through trial and error just now, I figured out that we should just work with the white and come in on different layers. So here we are. Now we're going to start to get detailed. Again, first I'm going to freehand where I want my flames to be. All right. Stencil again. And it's all, as you can see, it's not just all stencils. I'm not just laying this down and going over and over and over again. That's not what we're doing. We lay down the base first. And it's a lot of freehand technique that goes into it too. Now you want to get a lot of areas where you're allowing the white to fade out. That's going to create real nice effects later on. Again, I'm working with the cap off. So I can get in close and get good details in there. Change those stencils right quick. Every now and then you're going to get that white, that tip dries right there. Just got to clean that off so you can get better detail. Almost every white you ever use is going to tip dry on your airbrush, no matter what it is. I've seen that Jacquard does less, but it still happens. Again, you got to come in freehand a little bit. It gives you that nice little flow. Gives the flames a little bit of an organic look versus just being a bunch of stencils all the time. Do a little flare out, just have a little floating little flare out right there. Now we come back in with the transparent purple. That way we knock these flames down and get them to blend with the background a little bit more. So the 2 layers in, you can barely see the first layer anymore. It's there. You can't really see it anymore. That's alright. We all know it's there. But once again, and we're going to build these up. We're going to get lighter and lighter as we go. And that's going to give you a real nice effect. Using transparency, you can do this using opaque colors. But it's not going to be as clean, it's not going to be as nice looking as if you use the transparent color. We'll go through a couple more layers to finish this off. But you guys get the gist of it. But if you stick around, you'll see it 100% completed, especially at the end when we do the flares in white, but you really get the hot parts of the flames. That's when it really starts to look pretty dope. As you can see, we already got a nice look on it. Some people would leave it like this. Nah, that's not what we're gonna do. Now we're really gonna start to move. A lot of this is gonna be freehand, except for what we really want to show. We really want to get the color bright. Again, we got the tip dry going on. Gotta clean that off. See that there? Gotta get that off your airbrush so you can keep getting details. Now we really want to start coming in and doing these little flares and details in the flame. That's going to make it look real nice. And you notice I'm freehanding it and I'm following kind of the outline that I've already done with my stencil, but I'm accenting it as well. Oh, shit. Sorry, guys. Damn, my bad. Alright. Back to work. Right. Going to use little flare-ups to give it some, just a little bit more life in there. Alright. Last time around, we're going to come back in. Actually, no. I don't like this area right here. It's too stringy. Less stringy. I like that. This time when we come in with the purple for the final time, we're going to treat it real light. And again, the transparents make it easy to just create these really dark spots all of a sudden. For instance, if I want to darken that up right there, if you layer in the transparents, you see how it gets dark? It's easier to do it if you just, instead of using just opaques. See how they're all turning purple? And once you clear coat this, all of those other layers will pop. And also, had I done this on a black surface, you would see all of the layers. Because I started on a purple surface, some of these already blended down, but it'll pop back out once I clear coat it. The last step I'm gonna do is just create a couple of really hot spots by using white one last time that I'm not gonna cover at all with the purple. And that'll create these really high flares. See? Little areas like that. That looks really, really high. You don't want to overdo it, but little areas where you're just using the white, and you're gonna do that all the way around, and that's the last touch to make it look really, really nice. go. Finished product. Now I got a lot more details to do on this shoe. There's other details I'm gonna put on there, but I hope that was helpful. I'll do an actual yellow, orange, red flame here in the next couple of days, but I definitely wanted to get it done. This is the idea. You could take the other colors and work with it and essentially come up with the same thing, but this is pretty much it. Transparents are the key. The transparent colors really make it pop. And yeah, hope that was helpful.